Alright. Hello everyone. Moving in to set number 3 of Poland versus Russia week 1. And man, for the favorites, for the returning champions of Poland, not a good start. 0-4. Not what they were expecting. Russia's a good team, but not what you want to be doing here. On the left side is TrutaCz, considered by many to be the best player in Poland right now. I don't know if I agree with that. It's hard to say because there's like 7 people who I think are all right around the same skill level, and that skill level is really fucking high. So it's hard for me to say like there's a best player in Poland, but a lot of people think he's the best player in Poland right now. And on the right side is Dewalt, somebody who there are people who say, specifically fellow Russians, that he is the best player in Russia right now. I don't know if I agree with that. There are a lot of really good people in Russia, but maybe. This could be the best player from each team. If you ask the right people, they will tell you that. Alright. So yeah. Dewalt obviously not scouting for proxies. Not a thing you do versus Zerg. I thought for a second he was going for a proxy of his own, but he had already thrown down a pylon here, so that didn't make a whole lot of sense. The only thing that accomplished is that the Overlord didn't see it. Now, what does that gain Dewalt? I don't have a good answer for that one. I guess. Okay. Not seeing the probe. This Overlord not seeing the probe means that TrutaCz gets suspicious that something's going on in Dewalt's base. Either Dewalt is cheesing, or Dewalt is going for something greedy. Or not greedy, but something more economically focused than normal. So he doesn't even need to bother to look at his opponent. Either of those options, TrutaCz makes lings. And instead, Dewalt's going to go for standard, where the lings he makes aren't going to make a huge difference. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. That sounds kind of reasonable, but I don't know if it's right. I also notice I'm cursing a lot in this stream. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just something I'm noticing. Alright, so 1 hole, 2 holes. That's not a hole. And nothing to plug the holes, and TrutaCz is gonna run in. No, TrutaCz, go bottom side. Bottom side. Oh, the probe! Oh, man! What clutch timing from Dewalt there! Like, oh, that probe could not have been any later. That probe could not have been any later. Half a second, that one Zergling would have gotten to here, and there would have been no way to block the gap. And Dewalt would have lost the game. Straight up, right then. Because he is not making any zealots. Well, now he is. But he was not making any zealots at that point. There are no Lancer X preemptive cannons in the main. He would have just lost. To TrutaCz's lings, you kidding me? Dead. But man, that probe. He's like, TrutaCz coming in. He's like, oh wait, there's an even bigger hole in the, even better hole in the bottom. I'm gonna back off and come down there. And then stuffed like a goddamn s'more. That's really not a good use of stuffed, but I don't care. It was awesome, and s'mores are awesome, and I'm clearly hungry. Alright, so, as awesome as that was, it's really not going to change TrutaCz's game too much. I mean, he lost, he missed out on an early ling attack. Really not going to impede him going for his 3 hatches, getting up his lair. Everything going fine for him. And we do see Dewalt going Stargate first instead of Citadel. Absolutely good stuff. Now, Dewalt brought the Zealot down to block here. Does Dewalt... Maybe this is tight? Like, that's tight. I know that. As stupid as it looks, that is tight. I did not think this was tight. Is it? I really... Yeah. I mean, if I have to choose between Dewalt not knowing his walls or me not knowing my walls, I'm gonna have to default to Dewalt on that one, but I really did not think that was tight. It's not gonna come up, because TrutaCz is not making any more lings. He's not gonna go for another attack, but... Oh. Okay. Cool. Kid Canada reaffirming that is not tight, and I was right. And Dewalt is wrong. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, first Corsair out, going to get the forwardmost Overlord. There is one hiding in this corner. Rather unlikely that Dewalt will find that one. Instead, just going to fly over, get the scout off on what TrutaCz is doing. Spire actually has a little ways to go, so he might be able to get one more Overlord kill with the scout. Where'd the Corsair go? Did he just come back? No, that's a different Corsair. Oh, it was this Corsair trying to find this Overlord and just missing it. And actually wasting that much time, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Yeah, he's gonna be able to get this Overlord. It was pretty close for the timing this Scourge coming out, but certainly not gonna be able to get a third. Ooh, that was a very nice time to fly over, catching all those speedlings moving out. Because he saw 1, 2, he saw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lings. That's a little bit high. It's a little bit high. Might encourage him to build an extra Zealot, maybe? Maybe that sounds like a pretty good idea? Quite possibly. First DT picks off a single drone, but there are overlords and there are sunken colonies here. The Corsairs could come in and help here. No Spore Colony, no... well, 1 Hydralisk now. But still, with 3 Corsairs, that's easy pickings. Or 5. 5 Corsairs. That's a number like 3. And without that, there is no detection here. I think it's worth it. Yeah, sometimes players can get a little bit overzealous and miss out on... oh, man! And managing to dodge the Scourge. Absolutely beautiful. These drones, oh... unfortunate for TrutaCz, he mannered the drones back here to like this gas or these minerals, but they can't get through here. And now this DT just gotta kill him. Oh. TrutaCz. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. No, that one immediately went to mine. Okay, he sees it. Alright, we're good. Everything's good. Alright. So. Excuse me. Finally getting speed. Wow, that is a very late speed from Dewalt here. He got Storm. I think he started Storm before speed, because Storm takes a little bit longer, if I remember correctly. So he got Storm and speed, and the Templar Archives itself, and a good number of High Templar before, and +1, before getting speed on Zealots. I said he got speed before he got speed. Oh, that rust. It burns. Alright. So, TrutaCz, pretty scary army, but Storm's going to be done. now. Storm is done now, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Templar, all with enough energy for storms. This should not be too hard for Dewalt to hold off. Just needs to get the right storms. Okay. Ooh. Oh, we have sneaky times? Sneaky, sneaky? Oh. Okay, so... Where are the... Oh, there we go. Taking out that pylon. That still doesn't unclog it. Like, that doesn't unclog it in multiple ways. He needs to kill pylon and cannon to get these goons out. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, clearly he does not play the map very much. And he, in fact, does not know about this wall not being tied at the top. Now, this is bad. Dewalt mining out his own back minerals. When TrutaCz sent out Hydralisks, like... Like, the Hydralisks are just gonna go up there, right? This is what TrutaCz wants to do right now? Well, he's gonna have to deal with this fight first. Dewalt with a pretty strong army here, +1 on the Zealots, with a very nice... Ugh, excuse me. With a very nice number of storms. Yeah, TrutaCz even brought a drone of his own, I assume, to help mine out minerals. Anyway, Dewalt, you didn't go... This is going to be Dewalt's third base. You don't often see this. Almost always this is the third base for any race on this map. But Dewalt... I mean, this has a better choke. Has a much better choke than this base. And he doesn't have to deal with stuff coming from this side. But the problem is that the army just has to be so out of position to defend this that it's an island in terms of support. You just can't get a unit out there if TrutaCz decide to attack it. Especially versus a Zerg opponent, that's going to be an issue. You're going to have to cannon up very severely, get up a good number of Templar, possibly get a Robo down there. Once it gets a little bit later in the game. Ooh. Give me that Templar. 10 kill Templar, nice. Well, I mean, you don't need to defend, I guess, if you're going to be aggressive with your units. And Dewalt's starting to push out. I mean, he's in, like, the position he needs to be in to defend both of these bases. I don't know. Not sure. Not quite sold. I can't figure out what Dewalt's doing with his army. It's like constantly going back and forth, thinking about defending, thinking about attacking. Possibly he's like spreading it out to just cover so much area. Now it looks like he's finally going to commit to something, and that's bad. That is bad for TrutaCz right now. And the Dragoons, there's just so many Dragoons. There's been no Dragoon casualties at this point, just a bunch of Zealots. And it does mean that the Dragoons are going to be a little bit vulnerable to incoming Zerglings, but he's got Storm, he's got some Archons, and really there are enough goons here that the sparse waves of Zerglings are not going to be a huge threat. I don't even know if they're cracklings. GG. Russia's 5-0 versus Poland? What? Really? Wow. Wow, Poland. Poland not doing so hot. Oh. Fighting Spirit is also one of the maps. I keep forgetting that there are maps to be included. But yeah, Fighting Spirit, also one of the maps. So, alright, in the bottom left is Dewalt keeping the undefeated streak for Russia alive here. And in the top left is TrutaCz. Blue Zerg, who, like, he needs to turn it around. Okay, just thinking ahead. Poland has quite possibly the best 2v2 team. Like, if Latin America can get their shit together, if they can contend, Vicchiato plus Belladonna, pretty damn good, and it'll be close, versus TrutaCz and South Park, but between these two players, certainly TrutaCz and South Park, great, great 2v2 team. So Poland will have that, but it means that they need to win, assuming that TrutaCz can't pull this out, they need to win that, and they need to win both of the next individual sets, and they need to win the ace. Ugh. And TrutaCz is using, like, Mizzou or South Park and TrutaCz. They are front-loading their lineup here, and it is not paying off for them. Alright. So, TrutaCz with a, 12 pull? No, that's not a 12 pull. It's an overpull. TrutaCz with an overpull. And Dewalt... Wait, what? This isn't how you wall in Fighting Spirit. Dewalt? Like, where does the forge go? If he puts it here, I guess it completely seals this off, and then he has one gap here that goons can't get out. Or he could put it over here and then have a big gap on this side that goons can get out, but that's a little bit too big. And it's not even tight if he puts the forge here, because they can go down and then right and then down. Wait, puts a weight at the side? And then that's tight? Okay. So he's gonna put it a little bit to the right so that there's two gaps? I don't even know if that's a gap. I'm so confused. Alright. Well, the wall's certainly being tested here, and the Zealots are very far forward, getting surrounded by the Lings, and two of them are going to slip in. Did one of the Zealots go down? Yeah, one of the Zealots was... No, that was one of the Zealots was out. So both the Zealots are alive, but two Lings are in the base, and now the Zealots are going to need to be pulled back to try to defend. And TrutaCz could continue the aggression in the front, but deciding not to with the next cannon coming up. But I mean, mission accomplished in terms of getting Lings in the base. Really did not cost him a whole lot. He even picked off a couple of probes in the front there. One or two. So... yeah, well... this is a situation TrutaCz wants to be in. He wants to have more than one Ling in his opponent's base. And, well... never mind. Yeah, Ling's dead. He only has one Ling in the base. You really cannot kill probes with only one Ling. It just takes a little bit too long most of the time. And you're God damn it! Dewalt, you shouldn't have lost that probe. Fucker. Alright. So, TrutaCz has the third base up. TrutaCz, get in the lair. Continuing the normal standard stuff. Alright. He can't get a... okay, good. Good. He can't get another probe. Does look like Dewalt is doing pretty much the same stuff he was doing in the last game. Did he go Gateway first last game? Huh. I don't think I pointed that out, but he did go Gateway first. I can't remember if he went Gateway first last game, but he certainly went Gateway first this game. Has a couple Zealots out. Going to choose to use those, use the extra 2 Zealots you get from going Gateway first in a 3 Zealot attack early, and you'll still have a Speed Lot attack to follow up, but hopefully going to do a little bit of damage here, especially considering that TrutaCz has already spilt first blood in the worker trading game. Oh, backing up. Now's the game of cat and mouse, because Dewalt wins this fight. 3 Zealots versus 9 Lings. 3 Zealots versus 9 Lings, Zealots win. But if the Lings can get a surround, a really nice surround on the 3 Zealots, especially if they can get a surround on just 1 Zealot and the other 2 aren't close enough to help out, Lings win. So, gonna see Dewalt keep TrutaCz on edge here. Do have a Spire now. Spire was a little bit late last time. Just ever so slightly, because TrutaCz has built extra Lings. This time, no such issue. And the Lings are going in for an attack. They don't have a very good surround, but more Lings coming to reinforce. And they still got a good enough arc. Attack this Ling! Yeah, look at that focus! Look at that focus from Dewalt. 5 kill Zealots, and... oh, even getting a 6th one. Very nice. Oh, what? Oh, what? Wow. That is the luckiest Corsair. That is the luckiest Corsair. The Scourge popped, then moved through the Corsair to the other side, then came back around, and one got a hit, and the other one didn't. This Scourge, man. This Scourge, okay. So... this only applies if you live by water. So, terribly sorry, people from Nebraska. But, like, this is like when you're a kid. Like, 12 years old. And you and your friend are, like, going off a really big jump. Into a pool or a pond or whatever. And you're like, you both don't want to do it. But it's like, okay, we're gonna hold hands. We're gonna go on 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the other Scourge leapt off the cliff, and this Scourge was just like, no, that's fine. No, I don't want to. That's exactly what happened. He just left his friend fucking hanging, and then his friend was like, because his friend was holding on, like the arm pulled back a little bit, and he spun on the way down. He was like looking up with such a look of disappointment and landed back first in the water. And his friend, who was just kind of like staring over the edge. That metaphor was just acted out by the Scourge. What a jackass. I really wish I could hotkey the Scourge just to like constantly keep tabs on what it's doing. Alright. So we have Hydras or Mutas? Hydras. Okay, TrutaCz going with the Hydras. Getting up his Evolution Chamber now. Start to get that +1 attack. Ooh, excuse me. He already has +1 attack. Thinking that was a little bit late. Of course, putting it over here. And getting his second Evolution Chamber for +1 armor. Meanwhile, what's Dewalt doing? Dewalt preparing for a pretty big attack. Just doing what Dewalt does. Dewalt's actually not a fan of going for early attacks. Not a super big fan of harass. What Dewalt likes doing is Dewalt likes to... it's like this one really big attack. Like the 120 supply attack. It's really where Dewalt's feeling it. 120 supply attack. But you can see he's getting up his gateways now. Getting his Templar out, has a lot of early Templar so that when he does decide to attack, he'll have Storm Energy, and that's definitely a key component of the Dewalt method. Have storms with your first push. I'm not counting this little 3 zealot whatever as a push, but like have some high Templar, and you'll catch your opponent off guard to a certain extent because they're prepared to deal with the 70 supply attack, and they are ready and they will defend it. But then when it doesn't come, they're just like, oh, better macro up and not bother to get any more units or defenses. Instead, just get triple evolution chamber and upgrade. 4 upgrades. He's getting 4 upgrades simultaneously. 1, 2, 3. Dang it! That one's done. Okay. So, once he starts +2 attack, 4 upgrades simultaneously. And yet more gateways being added for Dewalt. He still needs a little bit more time before he reaches that point. Actually, very Dragoon heavy. We saw him getting range. Range is getting pretty close to completion. I'm surprised that there are this many Dragoons compared to... Damn it. Damn it, 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 damn it. Oh, there it is. Storm drop. Alright. Alright. Dodie, you'll get tagged into this game. Get in there. Alright. So, boom. Pylon down. How much is unpowered? This gateway. Only one thing unpowered. How is that? Wow. That forge does not look like it should be powered. That's fine. Okay. So very Dragoon heavy. Now trying to get the Zealots out. Wow. That is a late speed. Ah, here it is. 124 supply. Like clockwork. Alright. So, moving out now. He doesn't have speed though. It's a little bit concerning. But he actually doesn't have very many Zealots, so it's not that... I don't know. It's like... I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like saying, okay, so Bob doesn't have home insurance. And not having homeowner's insurance is a problem, but it's not that much of a problem because he's homeless. So he actually doesn't need the insurance. So it's like, okay... Yeah, so I guess having speed isn't a problem. But I guess the really big issue here is the fact that you don't have Zealots. Zealots are pretty good in this matchup. Alright. So, one storm going down. Doing a little bit of damage there. Obviously more to come, but Dewalt... Is he really going to try to attack down a ramp into TrutaCz's army? I mean, I don't like that. Do not like those odds for Dewalt there. He's just going to take too much damage. And I mean, he had a storm drop here. He dropped the Dark Templar, got that evolution chamber kind of down. But he has just not put aggression on this game. He really needs to get something going with this army. It's a big army. There are a lot of Dragoons in there. But is it going to be enough? TrutaCz now trying to get out some lurkers. And now it looks like he is coming in for the attack. To a certain extent, his army is a little bit fragmented here, and that's really going to help out Dewalt a lot. It means that he can kill off the Lings without taking too many goon casualties, and not have to deal with Lings immediately in his face. Obviously, the goons just have a certain killing rate, but the next Lings that come in, they won't be able to get too many attacks off because... they haven't had time to close, where if they were all coming at the same time, you might be able to do a little bit more there. So, I'm not the biggest fan of Dewalt's army here, but TrutaCz botched that attack. So, 40 supply lead. 40 supply leads are pretty good. Crack on the way, Defiler Mound on the way, and uh-oh, here we go. Here's the kind of attack he should be looking for. It's a little bit on the weaker side, though, and I don't see reinforcements. So, Dewalt's going to survive. It's so many goons. It's just so many goons. It's actually pure goon. Until this Archon comes in. Speed is done for the Zealots now. So, that's nice. 2 attack on Dewalt's infantry. And, counterattack coming in from the behind. Luckily, the Archon was not caught on the wrong side of the goons, so the Archon doing great damage to the Lings, taking most of them out. Man, where are the Defilers? He could really use some right about now. Really help put a dent in this Dragoon force. And the Dragoons are marching in. There is an observer somewhere because he just killed a lurker. There it is right on top of those 2 Dragoons there. Can't even click on it. But the Dragoons are marching in and they're going to take out the natural. Dewalt. He didn't go for the normal timing attack. He just waited and waited and waited and hit at the absolute best time possible. Right before crack. Right before critical upgrades. Right before Defilers. And TrutaCz could not get off the good engagement he needs. Russia is 6-0. Russia is 6-0. Dear God. Alright.